Hey everyone, if you watched yesterday's video, you saw my mom and I play Bergis. It is this game that comes with shells and little pawns made of copper. And there's a embroidered cloth, which is your board. Now someone requested that I show you guys how it is played. Let's get in and do that. So when playing the game, you're always playing across. So this is your opponent's, and this is yours. On the side, you'll see two others. However, this can only be played, as far as I know, with two people. I don't know why there is four. As far as I know, it's only played by two. You've got the long ones, which we call the horse. I played it yesterday. This was mine, although normally I like to play these little ones. So yeah, you've got four each. One for yourself and one for your opponent. And then it comes with shells. The shells look like this, where you've got one side that has ridges, and the other's got like a hole in it because they've cut it. Very pretty shells. Yes. So normally there's total of 6 shells in a game. In our case, we have extra, so each of us gets to have their own 6 shells. Let me demonstrate how the points goes. Here are the 6 shells in my hand. Now when you throw the shells down, you can only enter with a 10 or 24, because each one of those has a khal, we call it, has an additional pawn that you can bring in one of your pawns onto the board. If the shells land like this, let me show you a close-up. This is a 24 pointer, where you've got one shell turned up and the rest are all lengthwise. This is a 24 pointer, and on a 24 pointer you can bring in your pawn. And when you do, you have, if it's your first one, you're going to bring it straight in and put it there. This is a 10 pointer. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the khal. It gives you an additional 1. This is the 24 pointer. Now if it was like this is 12 points. On 12 points, you can't bring in a pawn. You already have to have a pawn in order to use it. However, on a 24, a 10, 12, and a 6, you re-roll. You get a second chance to re-roll. So if you got a 12 and you don't have a pawn in yet, you can still re-roll and see if you can get a 10 or 24 to bring in a pawn. Now if the shells are like this, this is a 10. You have all of them up, circles, and you have one lengthwise like that. That is a 10, and you can bring it in the way I just demonstrated the 10 with an additional khal. And it's simple. When you're playing it, you count the slits that are up like this. This is a 10, and with it, you would bring it over here the way I just demonstrated. So you count lengthwise, like with the slits that go like this. So if I had, there's another 10, I would bring in another pawn onto my board. Now if I have one already in here, because I already got a 10, sorry about the dust on here, what would happen is I could either put the khal, because you know how you get 10 and a khal, which brings it up here, because if you count from here all the way, you have 11, and the khal brings it here. If I wanted to, I could just use the khal to bring in a pawn and then move this guy 10 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I like to, instead of starting from all the way over here, I like to just put them there and use the khal here instead of moving one ahead. Everybody has a different playing style. So here's another 10. I would be bringing in another pawn of mine, or I have the option of, again, moving you guys everywhere. And now I got a 2. How I know that is because I have 2 lines going across. What you do is you count the lines, and these are your points that you move. Now if everything was like this, this is what you call a 6. You would move it 6 spaces. On a 6, you do not bring in a new pawn from the outside in, but you're able to move 6 spaces. You're able to re-roll if you do not have a pawn in yet. So it's quite simple. It's a fun game. This is a 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is a 2. 1, 2. This is a 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 2. So if I had a dust, meaning, or 24, like this, and I rolled again, I would keep rolling, and the next one was a 2. As long as I was getting 6, 24, 10, or 12, I would keep rolling. But then I got a 2, I would move, make my moves, and then my opponent would take the shells and they would roll. So I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. My mom can get quite competitive, and that's what makes it all the funner. She enjoys this game too. And there it is. Quite simple, easy to set up, easy to play. And there's 6 for you right here. That's a 6-pointer. I hope you enjoyed this short video. And let me know what you think. Do you own this game? Let me know if you enjoy it as much as we do. There's a dust. See, 1 up. All the rest are turned over. That's a 10-pointer. It's real simple to play. I told my friend about it, and amazingly, he was able to find one on Amazon. Now what I did was I went ahead and looked for it so that I could link it down below in my Amazon favorites, but I did not find it. It must have been one of those like limited buys, but I'm not sure if he bought it on there or if he bought it somewhere else. I'd have to ask him to be sure, but I think it was Amazon. It was Amazon Germany though, so it was not in the United States. Maybe they just have different things out there that are not available out here to us. Doesn't that look pretty? I always feel like this should be the 24 point because this is the hardest to achieve right there. but instead this is the 24. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look one more time on Amazon, and if I do find this game on there, I will post it down there, and you guys just click on my link and purchase it through my link. If you do that, all the prices are the same. They're not raised. The only thing is I get a small commission if you purchase Amazon products through my link. So even if it's not in my favorites products, as long as you're purchasing through my link, I would just get a small commission, which helps because I want to get that that microphone. What is it called? The Blue Yeti. I really want that for our channel. Maybe even the other one that has ears on it, the 3DO. But I'd like the. I'd be happy with the Yeti, and I've seen it for around 100, between 130 and 160, something like that. So yeah, the more money I'm able to make on the side, because you guys know Hollywood is currently not working. The more I can buy us equipment and have more fun on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of Bergis, and I will talk to you soon.